All right, Carmel.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us. We go back. Let me start there. We go back.
Yes, we do.
We go back to the year 2000.
Yes.
We're not going all the way back.
My boy JC.
We're not going
Time
all the way
machine,
back.
Corey.
No, my boy JC. Yeah, so I'm gonna say about JC right now. My boy JC. I don't even know how y'all met at a club out there.
Yeah. No, we met on like Waikiki Strip.
Waikiki Strip.
Yes, on Reggie.
By Eurasia.
Yeah, by Eurasia, outside of Eurasia.
Outside of Eurasia.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go to Carmel's house and drink all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think none of us were 21 yet.
No, I
But
was still in high school.
You were still in high school. So we used to go to Carmel's house and drink all the time.
Yeah.
Diddy, you going to jail. Your ass for the you put the whole lot of telling you right now. Your
All right, we used to go
down. Your ass going down.
Surprisingly,
It wasn't like that.
no, I was never like
It
that.
was never like that. To drink, everybody we just got it.
Yeah.
Talking at your court case. That's what I'm gonna be giving my Dave Chappelle speech at.
Going to jail.
But we just go to her house and drink. Unbeknownst, she
Not you using big words.
And incorrectly. Ain't mispronouncing it, bro.
unbeknowingly.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but no, is that even a word? I don't think
Just
It
say
is.
unknowing.
Yeah, unknowingly.
Just say
Unbeknownst. There we go. Not the white man dictionary.
There we go.
Hey Rex. White people already took over, man. That's fine. I said what I said.
Colonizer language.
Yeah. God damn.
Webster over there correcting.
Drake over there correcting people and shit.
Oh, not Drake. Not Drake. Not after
Drake.
we found out about
Drake.
him. We got a lot
But no,
going on.
her and my ex-wife went to high school together
Yes.
and whatnot.
That's how you met your ex-wife, is through me.
Was it?
Yes. I brought her out one time.
Oh,
I knew. She said,
That's
"Oh, you
right.
and me and
World
Corey
Cafe."
been hanging out or something. I said, you
Yeah.
Corey. Why? Why? Who knew?
hey.
Willingly?
I had a little bit of game back then, a little bit.
And a whole baby together. I said, oh,
Yeah.
we're
yeah.
doing that. Okay.
Danae.
Oh. Hi, Danae.
Yeah. But then fast forward and she had ties back here. She moved back home and we would get together. So tell us what you're doing now, Carmel.
So I've been with the county for 15 years. I've done everything, CPS, permanency, removals, reunification, but currently right now I do adoptions.
Okay.
So I know when you asked me to come on this podcast, I just wanted to take a second and advocate. We do not have enough Black parents.
Come on.
I really think there needs to be like a research on, a lot of white people are adopting.
Yeah.
They're reaching back and they're adopting a lot of our kids. That's why I also don't want to give the Sandra Bullocks and all these other people this shit because they're the only people adopting kids.
Right.
There's not enough of us adopting. Now, I am not an adoptive resource. I'm not taking kids in my home. So I'm not to shit on anybody.
No.
I'm not here to spread your
no.
laugh.
No, because she like, y'all can have them. Not me.
But you're advocating for people who are like, yeah.
There's so many kids, and there's so many kids that needs homes, and there's a lot of us who got our shit together, and a lot of us are not reaching back and adopting kids. I'm turning 40 this year, so I think I'm maybe at the maturity level where I could do it. But I definitely just want to have the conversation about us reaching back and reaching out and fostering, and maybe even fostering to adopt.
Right. Now, why do we think that is that not a lot of African Americans are adopting? Do you think it's
I think our plate is already full.
okay?
When you talk about a full plate, are you wanting to go take on a responsibility that's not yours?
I was just about to say, people have hard enough time taking care of kids that aren't
Yes.
there
Right.
in the African
Exactly.
community. I'm sorry to say it. But
No, absolutely. And a lot of times we're taking care of kids that don't necessarily belong to us. We're adopting informally. We're taking care of our nieces and nephews and all these different things. So I think the plate is full. So then to say, hey, let's open up your house to kids that aren't biologically connected to you, that you don't have a responsibility to, and let's open our house and take more kids in. That's a hard thing to do.
Right.
It absolutely is.
And also depending on the age of that child too, because a lot of times if you're getting an older kid, they're set in their ways, and it's harder to get them to adapt to what you got going on.
the thought is.
Yeah.
The thought is.
Yeah.
That's the thought, because you ain't adopted a kid yet.
Yeah.
No.
So you don't know. You may get you one and you may be like, all right, let me fall in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what made you start this journey? Because I personally wanted to get into social work as well, but I watched Gabriel Fernandez's case on Netflix.
Yes, I watched that too.
And let's just say I probably would still be in jail to this day had that been across my social board.
Yeah.
And I had to take care of that child.
Yes.
Because there's no fucking way. Anyway, what made you start your journey?
You know what? To be honest with you, while I was in college, I wasn't good at math. And I literally went through the book and I was like, what? This is when we had books. It wasn't online, right? Because I graduated college.
Girl, stop trying to make yourself old. Stop it. Okay.
I graduated college in 2006. So I went through the book manually and went through every single major. And I was looking what takes the least amount of math. And it really is social services, social sciences, and psychology and social work. Because you give me statistics or algebra or
we're done.
We're done.
Yeah.
The conversation, it's an F.
Yeah.
It's an F straight up. So
yeah.
Social work and psychology and sociology, they had one course, pre-calculus. So I was like, okay, I can maneuver.
Yeah.
I can make it.
I can cruise through this one.
And everything else.
See my way out.
It's about psychology. It's about morals. It's about ethics. It's about how to treat people. I can talk my way through anything.
Yeah.
I can get an A in that.
Yeah.
Just don't give me anything with a variable.
Yeah. X plus Y equals A.
Stop.
X plus Y question mark. Duh.
No, it's no. So I was doing social work and I went to school in Alabama. So I was doing social work in Alabama and I have roots here and I got a job with the county. I was like 23 years old and I've been there since I've been 23 years old. So beautiful. Yeah. And I really enjoy it. So there's positions that I didn't enjoy as much. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of people talking crazy to you.
Yeah.
You run into a little heroin addict, a little meth head, and they talk crazy to you.
Right.
But where I'm at right now, I can't emphasize enough, I love what I do. Okay. I love adoptions. I love kids being adopted and beautiful families and making families. So that's where I'm at today.
Go ahead, Tay.
And which of those departments that you worked in those categories, I guess, which would you say was your least favorite?
Ooh, CPS, knocking on doors and removing children.
Oh, man.
I can imagine, yeah.
Ooh, you don't know what's behind that door.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did you have to do that for?
I did that for 7 years.
Oh, my God. So you hated your job for 7 years?
You know what? I enjoyed it. So this is the thing. I enjoyed it because taking a kid out of a terrible situation, like we talked about Gabrielle. I would have never sent Gabrielle home. Let's absolutely that.
Absolutely not. The first broken arm, baby, you ain't going nowhere.
He would have never, and specifically in that situation where you're sending him home to dad who never worked a case plan and never did anything, that doesn't happen.
Right.
He would have never made it home on my caseload. But anyways, I digress. CPS was the hardest and it was so this is the thing about CPS. When you get the hard cases, that's one thing. And I enjoy working with people. And even when they get sober and putting them into services, getting them detoxed and getting them in an inpatient program, that's amazing. But it's the extra stuff that comes with the county. So you get the serious reports and then you get a report about a great family. And I'm just using you as an example. We should not be in your home. You have a 5-year-old. Your neighbor is mad at you. They called in a report. Why am I at your house? Why am I at your house?
Yeah.
Right.
Just because somebody's mad at you?
Yeah.
That was the frustrating part. And I literally have to come and talk to you. Now you're mad because you're like, lady, why are you in my house?
Right.
Why do you have to talk to my kid alone? Why are you checking my refrigerator?
Yeah. Dang.
Like, that's what I don't like. It's one.
And you can walk in and tell that a kid's in a love. Like, I'm sure you've been in the love. You can walk in and tell the kids in the loving area.
You can tell, and you can sometimes even tell in the report that someone's just angry. Like they're just angry. It's custody. And so I don't like that. I don't like custody. I don't like going in great people's homes.
Yeah.
I don't like dealing with families that got their stuff together, and we have to take everything. Pretty much everything.
You got to take everything serious.
And
You have to.
because we never know.
Right. Yeah.
You never know.
It could be a great home and it still be some messed up stuff happening.
Be some mess. So I don't like that part. When it's heroin, meth, illicit drugs all day, every day. But the amount of homes that we go to and the amount of reports that we get, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
So now I can't pay attention to the serious cases because I'm over here talking to you.
Right.
And I don't even need to be talking to you.
Yeah.
And I have to do a whole report.
There's real crimes out there in the world. You over here write me a jaywalking ticket, I'll find you something else to do.
I hate you,
Heroin is
Reggie.
real. Heroin is an epidemic. Just
And then I have another question from my personal experience. My mother was deeply emotionally and physically abusive to me and my sister. She had the CPS called on her and they visited and they just saw like a little bit of a luxurious stuff for her apartment, right? but they didn't do anything to get my sister out of that situation, to the point where my sister and my mom had 2 fights. The second fight, my sister is very fair-skinned, black and blue in the face, busted lip, black eye, all
You
the
ain't got to whisper that.
How is it that something like that could slip through the cracks because a person, like my mom was a narcissist? How do you navigate through a person who's a narcissist? Or do you investigate further, or you just check and that's the one thing?
Let me ask you, what state was this in? Was this in California?
It was here.
Oh, it's here.
Yes.
That surprises
It's a
me.
Monday night.
Ooh, California does stuff like that. I wouldn't expect. So this is the thing. When you go into a situation, you always expect everybody's going to lie to you. They're never going to say, I beat the shit out of my kid. Who says that? Because you know that you can't do that. So if you walk into the situation knowing, and you have to go off evidence, if you have literally marks and bruises on your body and you're a teenager, you didn't fall down.
Yeah.
That's not realistic. So what are we talking about? So I'm surprised that happened here. And I'd be curious to know who the investigator was.
Girl, I wish I knew her name too, because I wanted to kick her ass myself, because I was like, I told you, remove her and give her to me. I was a grown up. I could have my sister. I was able to fend for myself. I was pregnant at the time, but I was taking my sister out of that situation.
Did they give you a reason why they didn't remove her?
They basically said it was discipline because she was a teenager, and my mom painted the scene as my sister was a runaway.
Well, even if they're a runaway, and granted, so this
she was beating on, I'm disabled, I'm an old lady, like she be fighting me.
So you think she played the system?
Yeah. Oh, she did play the system.
Yeah.
I will say people get over. People do get over. And I would say, depending on who the worker was and the time period that it was, there's too many reports. And that's how people fall through the cracks, because we're, hey, it looks good on surface.
Yeah.
Sounds good. She has a roof over her head. She has a bed. She has food in the refrigerator. Move on to the next. Like,
Yeah.
If it wasn't like evident in your face, I would just say, I would have followed up. I would have made sure. And, you know, and everybody, every situation is different. But I'm sorry that happened to your sister.
It was good, because after that big incident, I was able to do the foster kinship program.
Oh, good.
Because they said it's 10 years. It has to be 10 years age difference for you to adopt them, which I think is a bullshit rule. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Because she was just like, I don't have any ties to my name. I can change my name and she can be my mom. She already calls me mom anyway.
I never knew this. That's so wonderful, Tanisha.
So you went through foster kinship out here.
Yeah.
Good for you. How long ago was this?
This was 17, 18.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was that's kind of what opened my mind to being into the foster system and wanting to go to South.
So you've been licensed, so you can get licensed again.
Yes, I can.
And take some more kids.
Ooh.
Not just yet.
Okay.
I ain't there yet. When I get hooked up with his job, when I get hooked up with his job, then I might, because I always wanted to. I don't plan on having any physical kids, but I would adopt or foster children.
You don't
Let me know when you're ready.
Or you don't want any more kids.
Natural kids.
I don't want any born. Like I don't.
She don't want to birth no more kids.
Nah.
Did you shut down the club?
I'm trying to. They're making it real hard for people under 30 to do that.
I mean, this is an interesting thing.
Come on, Rich.
So if you run across a man that doesn't have any kids or wants more kids,
If he can't get with the program, he got to get lost.
oh, okay.
And I that would be a heartbreaking thing, because if that's a true deal breaker for you, that's something we have to discuss moving
In the beginning.
Yeah, we have to discuss that. Do you want any kids up front? Because they know I have a kid.
So now you got to tell everybody up front that, hey, the club is shut down, bro.
Absolutely.
Don't even.
Well, that's
And
a
I'm not
conversation.
ashamed of that either. I'm not
That
ashamed.
conversation all the time. I don't have kids and I don't want kids.
Yeah, and that's okay.
And
that's
that's perfectly fine.
I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
that's
And
okay.
it's upfront. And if that you want something different, you
There's people out here who are truly
'Cause
want to give 8, 9, 10
Well,
kids.
you're not against kids, correct? Because
I mean, I know
you're
how
about to
kids
be
are made.
you're almost
I know,
40
I
and
ain't dumb. I know how kids are made.
And being illiterate. We know you know.
We
know that.
We know you
So,
know.
like,
you got a lot of
I
practice.
like the process.
Right.
Yeah, that's fun. So much fun.
Love the process.
So much fun.
So do I want my own kids? At some point, but I think as I get older, I'm starting to get a different perspective in the system.
Same.
Ooh, shit. In the situation. Now I'm over here Coreying. But
When we stuttering, we
in
gonna call it
the
Corey.
situation to where it's like I'm starting to reevaluate and rethink and just be like, I don't know that I want to put a kid through the fact of me being in my older age and then passing away and they're at a young age.
Yeah.
So now that's the thing that starts to play
Okay.
into it now of like, do I want to be the 58, the 59, the 60-year-old dad going to an 18-year-old's graduation and or possibly not even making it to that graduation.
And you make most of the time you got because tomorrow ain't guaranteed at your age right now.
Yeah.
We're
living longer now.
That is true. I'm starting
to take care of yourself a little better.
But I think the conversation when you're like an older person, like same thing. I'm 39. When I was about 38, I said, if I don't have kids by now, I'm not gonna.
Right. You're done.
About it.
Yeah.
Also, I got back problems, right? Like I'll throw my back out. I can't pick up a 30-pound kid anymore. Like it gets to the point where like
baby,
can't pick your Bodie.
I can't. That's one of them Maury babies.
No, like you have to have these real conversations. Like I may be too old. I don't know if I could. I want to have kids at this age. Now I feel like I'm too old.
Yeah.
I've waited too long. I wouldn't have minded being a mother, but now I'm very much like it didn't happen for me. I'm not sad about it, but I'm not out here. Like I'm fine, and now I'm too old.
It just wasn't meant for you. It just wasn't meant for you.
It wasn't meant for me, and I'm outside.
Yeah,
so
a lot.
I didn't know when I was going to stop outside. This. I don't know how anybody does it for 9 months. Like when do you sit down and do that?
Girl, I was crying for the first 2 or 3 days.
Man, listen.
And it transferred over to 2 weeks, and in that 3rd month, I was just stuck.
Y'all need to know before we get into your travel stuff. What would you say?
There's still more to this interview. I just want to make sure that you realize that we are literally pushing.
She's interesting.
No, Corey's over here and letting this cook, and I'm about to cook his ass later on.
It's fine.
Yeah, later off camera. Do that on your own.
Because he's never done anybody's interview this long ever in his whole time.
I personally know her.
And
Yes.
she's fun.
Yeah, foster to adopt.
You treat everybody the same, my man.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's my dog. So
yeah, he don't like my ass, so he definitely don't treat people the same here.
Definitely don't.
Corey.
What would you say to anyone looking to adopt a child?
Make sure it's right for your situation. Make sure that you are going to be dedicated to these kids, because I do think not having a biological connection to the kids can be difficult.
Yes.
Make sure that's what you actually want. And hit me up or hit up Department of Family Services.
Okay.
You can literally Google.
I was going to ask the resources they can look at.
It's a 455 number. Oh, I wish I would have thought about it before I came, but it's a 455 number. You can get licensed. You can get licensed to adopt. We have, I think right now, there's like 100 kids down at Child.
Wow.
There's babies, there's toddlers, there's teenagers. We have a lot of kids and we don't have enough homes.
Yeah.
And then I have one following question. For the adoption process, I know that there's this giant myth that adoption is a business. So is it like expensive to adopt a baby versus a teen or whatever?
No. So number one, adoption is, so I think a lot of people think that we get some kind of kickback. Like there's this thing, like every time we remove a kid, like I get money. Or every time I adopt a kid, I get personal money. Like,
I ain't never heard of that part.
Like you make a commission off of this shit?
You get 3% per child.
Yes. Orphan money, thank you.
Babies, you get 7%. Babies, you get 7%. Teenagers, you get 2%.
$20,000 for a newborn child. I feel like that's surrogacy. That's not the same.
And I've had people look up my salary because my salary is public knowledge.
Because you work for the damn county.
Yes, and I get what's called a longevity. So every year I work, I get a longevity check.
I got that in your contract?
Yes, I get longevity. I'm on 16 years. Let me get my check June 2nd. Anyways.
Money coming through. So June 2nd, party on you?
Yes.
Oh,
it's a big
I love she coming back. It's a big check. She coming back, y'all.
So with that said, I get this check and you can see like I get extra money every year. And literally I've had clients look me up and say, well, you make money off of my kids. I don't make money off of talking about this. That's number one. Sorry, what was the question to begin with?
The question is, do you get money for adoption? Does it cost? Like,
so it does cost. So when you adopt, it is a $500 fee to adopt, and that's just attorney fees.
Yeah.
But you get reimbursed.
Oh.
Yes, you get reimbursed.
Tax breaks?
Yes.
Wow.
You get tax breaks and you get reimbursed. So it's actually no money out of pocket.
And
Yes.
next question on that, does the state help out when you adopt a kid? Does the state have not a kickback, but
Yes.
help?
Subsidy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
we
you.
have a
That word.
subsidy. The child has to meet certain requirements.
I swear to God.
Whether they just have to meet certain requirements. If they're drug exposed,
Yes.
If they're over 5, you automatically get a subsidy. Certain things. So as long and most kids meet this requirement, and most parents get a subsidy. It's anywhere I would say from on the low end $750, on the high end $950.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry, Reggie. And I was doing the foster kinship program. I believe that having the conversation of giving the subsidy to the parent versus the child. So I found out that my sister can get money from the state personally to herself rather than getting money for myself. And if we accept that money, she doesn't get any help after the age of 18. Is that true? Or did I misunderstand that?
It depends. So it depends. So
Okay.
what I think you're talking about is if by chance either parent worked and they are entitled to Social Security benefits. A lot of times those Social Security benefits are paid directly to the child and they get that check, like death benefits. I don't know if a parent died or anything like that. So there's certain monies. So I'll say there's different pots.
Yeah.
There's all these different pots.
Yeah.
And if you can get Social Security money, you're not going to get subsidy money.
Got it.
If you get subsidy money, you're not going to get this other money. So it just depends on, we can talk more. I can find out specifically what you're talking about and we can talk about that. But there's different situations where, the child can get directly paid. But subsidy is meant to support the parent to take care of that child.
Okay.
That is what subsidy is for.
All right, gotcha.
Okay. All right.
Reggie, your job.
No.
Oh, God. Still not yet?
Okay. Corey wants.
See, I tried to get it
He's
off.
still in 2000 right now, so he.
Carmel, we know you don't sit still.
How about your traveling life? What?
How many passports you went
We're
through?
not talking about no
I'm
topics
on my
today.
second passport.
You on your second passport?
Oh, my goodness. So what did you do with the first one?
Well, I had to send it in to get renewed. So it only lasts
Okay,
10
so
years.
it's not full from stamps. So it's not full from stamps.
No.
Okay.
After 10 years, you got to renew it.
Yes,
So
10
now
years.
I'm on my second passport.
Okay. What is your favorite travel location that you have been to?
You know what? So my top 3 are Japan. Let's just say that. I
Of course.
love Japan.
Of course.
Yeah.
I would say Barbados.
I know that.
I
Yeah,
bet.
I figured that.
I go to Barbados often and frequently. I go
Yeah.
to Barbados like 3 times a year.
Carmel might get a hair up her ass and buy a ticket tonight and be out Friday.
Yes. I'm trying to buy a house out there. No, I'm
See, I believe you. Yeah.
If you ever need an assistant to do anything, run errands, look at houses with you, let me know. I try to
interesting. And that's why I'm grateful for the invitation. I actually wanted to start a podcast about social work. Because there's but I can't do it while I work there because I can't tell you all the crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Producer, if you need one, though.
Right.
Quit, baby.
No, producer, we got you.
Yeah,
Come talk to us.
Do it now because I can't talk.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. We got you in 3 to 5 minutes.
So I was
And
in
number-
Japan, Barbados, and South Africa. No, not my top 3. I don't know.
Okay.
Japan, Barbados.
Okay.
Definitely 1, 2.
All right.
Ireland, because I need to know if it's good for Black women.
I haven't been to Ireland yet.
Go.
I haven't been. I want to go though.
The weirdest place you've been to?
Weirdest? Egypt was a trip.
Really?
Yeah, Egypt was a trip.
Why?
You know what? The oppression is real.
Depression?
Oppression.
Oppression.
Of the women.
Oppression. Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
The women
In the Middle East, because it's still a Middle East country.
It's a Muslim country.
Yes.
Yeah.
And seeing that I've never been to a Muslim country.
Yeah.
That was my
Yes.
first time experiencing. And then I think a lot of the women saw me and I'm brown like they're
They
brown.
they think you're from there.
They think I'm from there and they don't understand why I'm wearing a hat and lipstick
Yeah.
and jewelry. And they're like, oh, honey, how are you out here?
Right. Yeah.
But it wasn't a hating. It was more like a longing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want that.
I wish.
I wish.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Yeah.
They were coming up to me like I was Beyonce. I felt like a celebrity.
You should
Wow.
say, yeah, I am Beyonce's cousin. Beyonce.
But they were just, I think, more just interested in just wow.
Yeah.
And I'm not even like wow.
Right.
But I think they were just like,
You are wow.
I appreciate you. But it was hard to see. It was hard to think about like you don't have the freedom to
Just be.
just
Yeah.
be.
Right.
To wear lipstick and be outside.
Yeah.
That's
So, like, as a tourist in Egypt, did you encounter like personal examples where people are like, oh, you can't come here, you can't like come in here dressed like that or anything like that?
no, not personally, because I made sure that I knew I was going to a Muslim country, so I made sure I wasn't
Respectable of
naked.
cultures. Yeah.
But I was at one of the pyramids and there was a Caucasian girl who had these like little shorts on and I saw the men coming up to her like, hey, you need to put some clothes on.
Right.
They finna stone her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie ain't saying damn
Don't
thing.
her motherfucker.
Stole her.
Right.
They finna stone
Hey, for real,
her
man,
ass.
they do
be
not.
scary
They
out
do
there.
not play, man.
I've seen
No.
a woman who was swimming visibly in a one-piece bathing suit. It wasn't anything revealing like her boobs were. It was like a straight cut one-piece
Yeah.
bathing suit on a beach in the Middle East. And she was a darker complected woman and she had her hair out. The way the women were looking at her, turning their nose up,
Yes.
the men were splashing water at her.
Man.
And I'm just like, see, why do Why do you want to go where you're unwelcome?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta understand their culture is different than ours, and
I know. I'm saying,
it's the culture there. And like
Yeah.
my times going overseas, even over like Dubai, there's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and Jasmine want me to come to Dubai, bitch.
Yeah.
No, she's somewhere else.
No, she wants me to come to Dubai.
But
She's in Qatar, but she wants me to go to
I still
Dubai.
never visited another Muslim country. After
No.
seeing like certain stories,
Yeah.
people, if you do anything wrong and they're
You get locked up.
You're
been
going
locked
to
up.
jail.
And then again,
Straight to jail.
Actually, I had a really good experience in Egypt. What it was is a friend of mine married a girl, and we all went for it was like their honeymoon.
Yeah.
She wanted to take everybody to Egypt. That's where her family was from. So I will say I had a great time with who I could, but she spoke, what is the language? Not Farsi. She spoke whatever, Arabic, whatever
Yeah.
it is. And she was not having none of what's going on.
She checked people.
She was checking people at the
Yeah.
door.
Oh.
Because they didn't know that she was,
She speak the talk.
she could speak, she could talk the talk.
Yeah.
So I will not say that I had a terrible time. It was just an eye opener as far as seeing a Muslim country.
Right.
And for me, like you said, why would I want to visit anywhere that's like that? I said for myself, I'm not going to another Muslim country.
Yeah.
Not when I go to all these Black Caribbean islands. I love Barbados again, where that's just not a thing. No one's looking at me crazy. I don't have to worry about what I'm wearing. Men aren't telling me to put on clothes. I'm not worried about if I say something wrong. I'm just out there having a good time.
You never hear anything about Barbados except Rihanna. And you can eat ocean water.
Nah, boy.
like,
You
dip your fruit in the water and eat it. Like, that's all you hear.
One of our old hosts live in Barbados.
Who?
Broderick.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You ain't tell nobody.
His stepfather is from Barbados, and they moved out there for a couple of years. And Broderick
That's a
lived in.
lovely island.
Yeah, I heard.
I like
heard.
it.
You go a lot.
I go a lot.
Yeah.
How much is that ticket, though?
You know what? So this is the other thing. I'm a points whore.
I was about to say, you got them points, don't you? Which one? Southwest, Delta, American?
American all day.
American whore. Listen, I do what I need to do for my points. So I will say
That's
that
different
I
for
buy
Tanisha.
tickets every once.
Shut the fuck up, Corey. Why am I always involved? I can't stand you and your short dread having ass. Shut up. I'm not even. I wasn't
Not with your baby dread.
right.
They're coming back, baby. They're
barely
growing
touching your
back.
eyebrows.
They're growing
Shut up.
back. You know my shit was long as shit. Don't.
Yeah. Meanwhile, your beard looking like Santa Claus, and you over here talking about me. Leave me alone.
She still sit on it.
I bet she do. To get your ass. That's the only way you'll shut the fuck up. That's why. Fuck off.
No, dope shit, Carmel. Keep that traveling, baby. Keep it.
Absolutely.
All right,
And if
Reggie.
you ever need a buddy that's nearby within the neighboring states in the U.S., I might have some buddies.
So immediate travel plan: St. Lucia, Barbados for Carnival in July, and then for my 40th, the big 40, I'm doing Thailand and Vietnam. So if you would like to come, you can come.
I might be in there. We gonna see, because August is a little bit of a whirlwind. I'm gonna be gone for like
said October.
2 weeks.
Well, July and August is Carnival.
October, Thailand, Vietnam. And Vietnam is dope, by the way. So I've been to both.
I've not been.
I keep hearing a lot about Thailand. How much do you think that like a typical Thailand trip would cost? Like, how long you're going or whatever?
So what I'm doing is I'm actually have about 16 people right now that's coming with me, and I'm charging everybody $1,500. So that's 10 days in a mansion, which includes food, drink, and transportation and outings. We're gonna do.
But not your flight. Not your flight.
You're a travel planner too.
A little bit for my friends. I'm
a friend.
That's not bad.
I'm a friend.
So you're all in less than $3,000 for this trip.
Yes, and
Flight in place.
And the end of October at that.
I might be tagging along. Drake might be there. It's gonna be all right.
Drake, ew.
You just called me. I'm Drake today.
He
Okay.
called you Drake. I said ew. And I still say ew because we heard that dog video. That's crazy.
All right,
Man.
Reggie.
Yeah, get on your job.
Into this now, huh? Finally.
Okay, let me.
Shut up. We got 20 minutes.
No,
We can
no,
still do
I've been
something.
listening. So you're on the Killer
we
Time podcast. So if you could take back any death, real and a fictional, who would it be and why?
Any death?
Yeah. Yep. Real person and a fictional person.
Whitney.
Oh.
I would have loved to see her in concert.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to be on the heat with somebody. I want to dance with somebody.
Okay, fictional or
He just couldn't let us finish it. He just
can't let y'all be great.
Right, clearly.
No.
This is what it's like having another female host. I like this. I like her all the time.
Those harmonies, though. Those harmonies.
Right? Girl, you ain't
even let us get to it. Somebody, I was gonna go deep. Okay.
Now, a fictional person, somebody that's not real.
Not real.
From any
Movies, TV
Oh,
shows.
we just talked about Caesar. I don't know how they made another Apes movie without Caesar in it. What happened?
It's amazing.
I will never forget that.
Hey, it's amazing.
They made it dope. They
They
made it dope.
Yeah.
The way they went.
The sun coming.
Caesar's like Ape Jesus now, bro.
Yes.
So dope.
Yeah. Yes.
You know,
The way they did it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yes.
It was good.
Yeah.
I was worried.
See, he's dead, but he ain't dead.
Are you gonna tell them?
No, but
Wait.
I'm just saying.
Okay, he's not because
His spirit is alive.
But that's not telling too much. That's not. Yeah.
Like Mufasa.
Yeah.
Mufasa never dies.
Yeah.
He's in the stars.
Right.
in Simba.
Yeah.
In the stars, girl. Looked up to the sun.
Yeah.
I'm high. Y'all get me excited about this. The liquor's starting to settle in.
We might have to go see it tonight. Like I don't know. Like
I might cancel all my plans. You want to go? Hold on.
let's go. Let's go see about Caesar.
And then the second part of it is if you can go back in time, stay present in time, or go in the future, which one would you choose and why? And if you go back in time, you don't have the knowledge that you have now. If you go in the future, you don't get to know what happened along the way. You just wake up and you there.
I could still go back in time.
Really?
Yeah, I go back to college, not high school, college.
And you don't have the knowledge you have today.
No.
Okay.
I think I'd still do better. I think I'd still.
You be good at math.
Yeah.
She just said I might put a little bit more effort. She gonna come out an engineer on the other side of shit. Fuck them kids, engineer.
I know I'm happy, but listen, the salary, because some of my counterparts who, when really applied themselves, and I would, not that I don't got a real degree, but there's engineers, and I have a friend who works at George Mason University. I said, "What? How much do you make?"
A lot.
I'll be there soon.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. What 21 said? A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
I said, "Oh."
But they also live in that area and paying
M's in my
a lot.
account.
But they got
Yeah.
a lot of money
Yeah.
to do it. So I don't know. If I would go back, I'd go back. I wouldn't want to go to the future because then I wouldn't be old and raggedy. No.
Yeah.
I'd go back.
Okay.
I'd be 20 again?
Yeah.
Shit.
All right.
I was something else.
Hell, if I was in your age group, I would too. Early
Yo,
2000s
man.
was a fucking vibe.
We used-
and I missed all of it.
We used to have some fucking great times in Hawaii, man. Like,
You were a
Even
whore,
here.
Corey. Shut up.
was I a whore then?
Yes. Just say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. She's
In
on
Hawaii?
my side. I have
Hawaii?
someone on my
Girl
side.
code. I
Guy right here.
I wasn't a whore back then.
In Hawaii?
Yes.
There's no proof. Therefore, we don't know.
Nah.
What? There's no proof.
I cupcake for somebody hard. She knows the person. I ain't gonna tell the person's name.
There's no
But I
proof?
cupcake hard as shit for this person.
There's no proof.
I was cupcaking hard for this motherfucker.
He
person.
was in love with my cousin.
Wow.
Hard.